I'm joined by our Sport24 editor, Garrin, who's going to take us through our soccer highlights of 2013. Welcome to the studio.
Hi, Jen.
Hi. Tell us about those highlights.
You know, the soccer year started off all about Kaizer Chiefs. They wrapped up the PSL title in May.
Yeah.
But the second half of the year has been all about their bitter Soweto rivals, Orlando Pirates, who've had a fantastic time of things. You know, they got to the final of the CAF Champions League, which is no mean feat. You know, a South African team taking on the might of Africa, having to travel to some really difficult venues to play on some really tough pitches with some, you know, biased referees. But they got to the final. It was a two-legged final. They drew 1-1 in the first leg, but then they lost 2-0 to Al Ahly of Egypt. So they were crowned champions of Africa. Orlando Pirates were trying to do what they did back in 1996 and lift the trophy, but it wasn't meant to be this year, hopefully next year. So it's all been about them. On the local front, the domestic cup, you know, Platinum Stars have done incredibly well. They were crowned MTN 8 champions and Telkom knockout champions. Really a fantastic feat for a team that's not renowned as one of the big 3 or 4 in South Africa, but they've done sensational stuff. And then on the domestic scene, you know, the Kaizer Chiefs and Bafana goalkeeper Ituma Lenkuni, he was named South African Sports Star of the Year. So massive feather in the cap for the soccer fraternity that one of their players was named Player of the Year. A little bit controversial in that, you know, how people were questioning how a player from a team could be crowned the Player of the Year when they're relying on their teammates and all that sort of thing in order to shine. But he was crowned champion. Sad news, obviously, for Bafana, if you're looking at the national setup, that they weren't good enough to qualify for next year's Soccer World Cup. So Brazil will be without Bafana, but they've really improved this year and look like on track for some bigger and better things next season. Gordon Igesund really turning around the fortune of the team, and their highlight was without doubt beating world champion Spain earlier last month at Soccer City, 1-0. Fantastic results. They're Spain #1 ranked team in the world. Bafana looking at around about 60th in the world, but looking to improve in 2014.
Great. Well, thank you so much for those highlights. Those were your 2013 soccer highlights. Can't wait to see what 2014 has in store. To check out all of our soccer news, you can go to sport24.co.za, follow us on Twitter, and like us on Facebook.